Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Jenny Stevens, and I'm the Executive Director for the Kids Club of Harney County.
Okay, go ahead and look at me.
Okay, up here?
Yeah. Okay, once again.
My name is Jenny Stevens, and I'm the Executive Director for the Kids Club of Harney County.
Right. What does your job as Executive Director entail?
It entails fundraisers, monitoring staff, ensuring that there's a safe place for the kids to go after school.
Okay. Sorry. Could you say, like, my job as Executive Director
Okay.
entails?
My job as the Executive Director entails fundraisers, ensuring that we have the proper staff to ensure a safe place for kids after school. How much do you want?
Whatever you want to say. Feel free to ramble.
Okay.
Okay. What is the purpose of the Kids Club?
The purpose of the Kids Club is to provide a safe place for kids to go after school and during the summer months when otherwise they might be left home alone. It's also to help them gain healthy life skills that not only produce healthy choices from an educational standpoint, but also from a health standpoint.
Where's the Kids Club located?
The Kids Club is located in Burns, Oregon. Do you want the address?
No.
Okay.
Okay. How did the Kids Club get started?
The Kids Club was started in 2001 by a group of volunteers that felt like a national after-school program would benefit the youth in our county. So we originated as the Boys and Girls Club of Harney County, and then later on switched to the Kids Club of Harney County.
What problems do you encounter with running a nonprofit organization?
The biggest problem with running a nonprofit organization, specifically in this county, is the fact that we have such small population, and we're also the highest unemployment rate in the state of Oregon typically, that charitable donations are very small and limited, and it costs a lot of money to keep this place open. So looking outside of the county to try and get additional donations is a big challenge.
How do you overcome these problems?
We do a lot of fundraising, and it seems like fundraisers that give donors something back seem to be the biggest and the best donations or the best fundraisers. So dinners and auctions where people can actually bid on services that were provided to us for free seem to be the best type of fundraisers to do.
Is that your volunteer?
Yes. How are you?
Hello.
Question, Paul.
All right. What is your favorite fundraiser?
My favorite fundraiser is Diamonds in a Glass, which is a dinner and auction that's held in April every year. We have about 132 people that come every year.
Is this also your most successful fundraiser?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. How do you become a member of the Kids Club?
You can become a member of the Kids Club by having your parents come in and sign you up. Our facility is small, so we currently do have a waiting list to get in.
How often is the Kids Club available to its members?
The Kids Club is available Monday through Friday, every week, year-round. We do take Christmas and Thanksgiving off.
Do you have any success stories from the Kids Club work with its members?
Yes. Let me think of some. We have lots. Okay. One of our great success stories comes from our Kids in the Middle program. And that's a program that helps middle school kids that may not graduate from middle school and move on to high school. And we had one child that was severely shy and had a very tough time speaking in front of people. He would get physically ill if he had to do that. And so our Kids in the Middle teachers and mentors helped him work through that and were able to modify a speech that he had to give in front of his class that would be necessary to graduate from middle school. They modified that and allowed him to be able to give his speech to his friends at the Kids in the Middle program, which helped him graduate, and he would not have graduated and moved on to high school if it was not for that program.
Other than what goes on here at the Kids Club, how is the Kids Club involved in the community?
Well, we have The Kids Club itself, we have programs in the middle school and Slater Elementary. We pay certified teachers to stay after school at both schools 3 days a week and help kids with their homework. We also have a high school college scholarship that's given out to 2 Burns High School seniors every year.
Why do you think the Kids Club is necessary to the community?
I believe that it's necessary because there are no other year-round after-school programs for youth. So if your child is not involved in sports, then they don't have anything to do after school year-round. And so it provides a place for parents to have an option to not just send their kids to daycare, but they can actually send them here where they're getting educational help and support from qualified staff.
Explain the other programs that are part of the Kids Club, such as the mentor support programs and Little Learners Preschool.
We have a Little Learners Preschool that's for ages 3 to 5 years. It is focused on over-income families, specifically because the other programs in our community are strongly focused on under-income families. So what happens is over-income families don't either get services at all for preschool or they're limited to 2 days a week. So we felt that over-income families were not being served appropriately. So we started a Little Learners Preschool that allows over-income families to have services 4 days a week for their preschool kids if they want to. The adult mentoring program is called Kids in the Middle, and it's also serving Lake County and Klamath County. So we'll be the 3rd rural county in Eastern Oregon to have that program. So that provides adult mentors to 5th through 8th grade youth.
Why did you start the Kids in the Middle program?
The Kids in the Middle program started, it's something that the county has identified, many people in the county have identified as a need in our county, and we have never really had a strong program. So a grant came available through the Oregon Community Foundation that focused on middle school youth, and we felt that it was a perfect time to be able to get that program up and started because that grant would cover the startup costs for that program.
Do you think the Kids in the Middle program and the other mentor support programs are having the desired effect?
Yes, the Friday Academy program had a huge effect last year, and we are again full this year. It was very easy to identify the kids that needed that program, and the kids are actually happy to attend that program, so we have a lot of kids asking if they could go as well. And the Kids in the Middle program, adult mentoring, we've had a great success identifying adult mentors, and we'll be making our first matches by the end of October.
How do you make those matches?
Those matches are made through first identifying adult mentors, running them through trainings and criminal background checks. And then once those adult mentors are matched, we have a file of kids who have been identified through various sources within the community, some being themselves or parents or school teachers. And then the adult mentor can look through and find a child that may have the same interests as them. And then we introduce those two at the school. And if the child feels like that was a good match for them, then they can pick that adult as their mentor, or if they're feeling like it's not a good match, they can say no thank you, and we can send them a different adult mentor to pick from.
Do you think the Little Learners Preschool is having the desired effect?
Yes. The children that are in there right now would not be able to receive any services in our county if we did not have our preschool available. So those are 8 kids in our community that would not receive preschool services prior to kindergarten. And if they didn't receive those, they wouldn't meet kindergarten readiness standards, which can put state test scores and things like that behind if those children aren't up to date on what they need to know.
How does a person become involved in these programs?
Anybody who wants to volunteer at the Kids Club can come and talk to me or any of the staff. They can fill out a volunteer application. They'll have a criminal background check ran, and if they pass, then we talk to them about their specialties and anything that they might be interested in doing, and then we try and find a match for that in any of our programs.
do you see the Kids Club going in the future?
I see us growing into a new facility. We have a new facility being built right now by a local person who is willing to pay the majority of the costs to open up that facility. So currently we have about 26 kids on a waiting list just for this particular program. So we'll be able to service more kids in the future, which is our ultimate goal.
What kind of incentives do you have for your Kids Club members?
The Kids Club members have a program called the Behavior Bucks, and then we have a coin store. So as kids get, if we notice them doing random acts of kindness or they are volunteering to help keep the club clean, anything that we ask them to do and they do it with a great attitude and a willingness, we give them club bucks, and every month they record how much money we give them in a checkbook or a savings account book. And then every month they can go purchase something from our coin store, and items from that can come from things that we purchase, or maybe people from local apparel or retail stores donate things to us for that rewards program. Come with your class?
Yeah, came with my tuition.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you get to keep it?
Uh-huh. Mine forever.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's a good school. Okay, so who are you and what do you do?
My name is Jenny Stevens, and I'm the Executive Director for the Kids Club of Harney County.
Okay. What does your job as Executive Director entail?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Do we need to pause?
No, you're fine. I'll just wait until her little... No, you're fine. Can you drown out sound?
Why?
I was just thinking of her footsteps.
Oh, I'll just cut that out.
Okay. Hi, Bailey.
Oh, this is cooler. No. She chews me out. Oh, you better.
Is it time for pickup, kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we pause for a little bit?
What is the purpose of the Kids Club?
What is the purpose of the Kids Club? The purpose of the Kids Club is to provide a safe place during the out-of-school hours, Monday through Friday, that otherwise kids might be left home alone.
Okay. What problems do you encounter with running a nonprofit organization?
The biggest problem that we encounter is fundraising, because we're in such a rural area. It's okay.
Okay, let's do that one again.
Was it the problems that we encounter?
What problems do you encounter with running a nonprofit organization?
The problems that we encounter is that we're in such a rural area, and we have such a small population and are typically have the highest unemployment rates in the state of Oregon. So fundraising and charitable contributions are typically low and difficult to maintain a high enough amount coming in that can sustain the programs.
How do you overcome these problems?
We do a lot of fundraising, and we typically try and look outside of the community to other places that we support to try and get donations from them as well.
What is your favorite fundraiser?
My favorite fundraiser is Diamonds in a Glass, which is a dinner and auction that's held in April every year.
What is your most successful fundraiser?
Diamonds in a Glass is our most successful fundraiser.
Sorry, guys. I've waited and waited like this.
What kind of activities does the Kids Club provide for its members?
Activities that we typically do in this building is we have cooking classes, we have life skills programs that teach kids to clean, bake, cook, measure, things like that. We do physical activity, and we do kind of a circuit training either inside the building during the winter or outside if it's nice. A lot of jump roping, board games, reading, homework help, things like that.
Great. Thank you, Jenny.